Let me help you make a great decision, because it's so easy to feel confused about our choices and get stuck in, well, do I do this or do I do that? By the end of this video, you're going to have a clear idea of how to make a great decision. So make sure you save this to come back to later, because you're going to need it over and over again as a great reminder. Now, I find that when we're making a decision, we often want to know exactly what we need to do this second. And because you want to know exactly what to do this second, do you know what happens? You start wrestling it to the ground. You go, and what am I going to do? And I don't know. Okay, please stop that. Take a breath with me. Because this is actually a trauma response from not being safe to have the space to make your own decisions, and also not being safe to get it wrong. So you immediately start thinking, I need to know the right thing. I need to control this. I need to know. Give yourself space for curiosity. Give yourself space for grace. When you ask, and now you may already be doing this, you may already think you know this, but if you're watching this far, then it means that you do need help making decisions. And to be fair, we all do. Like, it is an eternal, never-ending process, isn't it, of upgrading our ability to act and react to life in the best ways possible. So, yes, it's definitely about tuning into the divine, into God, into whichever words you like for the higher power that guides you. Understand that you want to go within and ask for spiritual divine support, because it's in there. But it's usually not just going to come instantly. Sometimes it will, but not if you need it to. What we need to do is to ask curiously and leave a space in our heads, in our thoughts, literally empty airhead feeling so what people are doing is they're asking and they're saying, oh, am I meant to go and do this right now? And then you go, and you start trying to think thoughts. Well, this is your ego, and these thoughts do not know. They only know what happened in the past, so they will not bring you any new information. And as I said, that needing to know immediately is actually a learned trauma response. So again, take a breath. When you ask the question, take the breath. Let's do this now. Resets your nervous system. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Ask and be in the energy of the question. So if you ask, should I go to the shop now or not? For some reason, you're not sure, should you do it now or should you do it after an event? You're like, and you start thinking, I've got all these things to do, and your to-do list is like piling up in your mind. Your mind is not meant to be a big to-do list in the sky. It's not. Get those things down on paper and then focus on one thing at a time. That's with the to-do list. But your job is to ask and be in the question. So should I go to the shop? And I would say God or divine, infinite spirit, doesn't matter which words you use, but just really do tune in and ask. God, infinite spirit, thank you so much for your guidance so far. Thank you for all the ways that you've helped me, because you want to really praise, not just turn up. You know, like if you turn up and you haven't seen a friend for a while and you ask to borrow a cup of sugar, or you ask to borrow £100 or dollars or whatever, and you haven't talked to them for like a year, and then you come out of the blue that they're going to be a bit whiplashed. Now, it doesn't mean you can't ever just go to God asking for things. Of course you can. But you want to develop the practice of praising, because there are so many miracles happening in your life that you're not even aware of. There are so many protective miracles happening in your life that you don't even know are happening. Plus, there are so many miracles and wonderful blessings all in your life, even down to the hot water, the socks you wear, the bed you sleep in, the people in your life that you can see. Okay, so praise, say thank you, divine, thank you, God. Please help me. Show me the way. I want to know, do I go to the shop now or not, or do I wait till after the event? Now, if you've got something on your mind, you can actually just say it. Say the problem. Yes, like technically God knows the problem, but your job is to say it to yourself, to clarify it, because God the divine can only respect your free will. So if you have parts of you that you're not aware of, maybe you're struggling because you're in doubt, you don't know, like, should you do this now? Should you do this later? Should you say yes? Should you say no? Well, why are you struggling? Why are you in doubt? Maybe you have reasons that you haven't really even looked at. It's your job to look at them. It's your job to admit them. Don't be scared of them. Admit them. And then ask for help. Ask for answers. And now this is where you let yourself be curious, be an airhead. Just let yourself empty thoughts. Now, for me, it's very easy for me to have empty thoughts now because I used to have PTSD. I used to have chronic illness. I used to have social anxiety. I used to have constant think, like massively. But I've trained myself over out of like 20 years, but really over the last 14 years since I started doing energy work. But 20 years, 22 is when I went on my spiritual awakening, when I had my first spiritual epiphany. And I realized, oh my God, I have to change my life. And it didn't mean I started being a nun on a cloud, far from it. But it just meant that I started the spiritual growth journey, starting to learn about myself and trying to find the truth of reality and become a better, good person. Okay. And so since I've been using this energy healing techniques that I now teach my clients, I find it a lot easier to pause my thoughts because a paused empty mind is often a lot more powerful than like just positive thoughts. If you can become neutral, that's getting into the 0 point field. When you become neutral, guess what? Then you are in the energy of source, of God, of the God force. So I invite you to think of that thing that you want to make a decision about. Use the formula that I just said and be curious. Don't need the answer to come right now. Next time you think of it, either in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour, 2 days, whenever. Ask again, but in a very, curious way. You can even evoke the feelings of curiousness in your body by saying, curious. Do it with me. Ready? Curious. And put your little finger here. This is called the conception vessel. It's an acupoint there on your chin that brings up good ideas. That's why we actually rub it. You go, play like a child. Come on. Let me know in the comments if you're going to do it or if you did it. Because what this does is it activates your ability to be in the essence of the question. Don't try to think of the answer because the answers are meant to just go whoop and drop into your head. Ideas, answers, clarity, it fills you up or it drops in. It's a knowing, it's a knowledge, it's an idea, it's an aha. But you're never gonna wrestle it into existence. You're never gonna stress the right answer into existence. So this is why doing your shadow work is of the utmost importance. And as many of you know, I am an emotional genius at transmuting any negative energy, negative situation, problems into positivity, light, confidence, strength, fortifying your emotions, calling in solutions, opportunities, what people call luck, which is actually a state of mind when you're in alignment with the spiritual laws. That's what I'm here for. So if you want help, reach out and ask about my one-to-one services. Or if you are a healer, a teacher, a leader, someone who is obsessed with making the world a better place, either you already got a mega successful business or you could even be at the start of your journey. You just know that you're called to help people. That's a defining link. We are all rising together. We are all here to make the world a better place. I want to invite you to ask me for an invite to my Spiritual Honey Club, which is really a high value, technically could be a high cost program because twice a month we're beginning to meet. We've just had our first 2 meetings where I guide you live on Zoom through my unique shadow alchemy method, which is so powerful and amazing. It really does clear all the negative energy. It reprograms your subconscious. It opens you up to source. It's inner child work. I'm great at breaking generational curses, releasing karma, which really karma can actually be cancelled and cleared, but sometimes you obviously do have to go through it and face the consequences of your actions. But as you learn how to forgive and actually release those energies of judgment, of hate, of fear, of blame, of all the negativity, then you release the karma. And this is when you sort of become lucky and good things happen. I'm here to help you build yourself emotionally into the most successful, happiest person you know, who is also here to make the world a better place, because that's part of the spiritual law of success, which is the law of brotherhood. So we're actually meant to be finding ways to give. So in your business, you want to be giving. Let's say you want to be doing your business from this spirit of, I need to give this, I need to share this. And it's so easy to forget and be like, okay, well, I need to show up to make money today. So how do I do that? And that's not going to work very well, at least not forever. You have to show up from, okay, well, this is something that I really have to give. I'm really guided to do this. Even if I was doing this for free, I would. Even if the money doesn't come in right now, I have to share this. Now, what is it? What is it that you're passionate about sharing? If you have this inside of you, and you want to heal, then I want you to invite you to join me in my Spiritual Honey Club, but it is by invite only, and it is free or by donation. Now, I've done this because I've been guided by God to do it. It's my gift. It's God's gift through me for you. And together we're going to rise. It is so powerful and affirming and empowering and beautiful. Like these words, I know like they're not like the marketing words, but it is what it is. Like if you want true transformation, emotional alchemy, if you want to see solutions, results, success, opportunities in your life, healing in your physical body, in your emotions, in your relationships, this sort of like works on everything because we work at the deepest atomic levels and the highest spiritual levels and very practical, real practical mindset and success levels too. It's really amazing stuff. And it's free or by donation because this is my gift to you. And by me giving you this gift, it's going to open up the floodgates of abundance for us all. For me, because giving, when you actually gives the healing and something like this from a true state of desiring for people to actually be able to do the work, well, then that the spirit of giving, the spirit of brotherhood, the law of brotherhood, then it will come back. Same with you. You could choose to tithe to me as your spiritual teacher. And as you know, tithing is a long-held tradition and a known spiritual method that creates abundance in people's lives. Now, you don't have to tithe 10%. You could, but you could also just choose to donate little, small, big, tiny amounts randomly as you please. Or genuinely, if you come for free, that's okay too, because that's in my spirit of giving. But it is by invite only for those of you who are already well-versed in your inner work and you just want something more powerful, more dropped in to learn from someone who really understands how to transmute everything, like from chronic pain and illness to anxiety, to overwhelm, to relationships, to healing, all sorts of things. Like I've been there, I've done that, basically. Okay, so let me know in the comments how this works for making your decision. If you have any questions, if you have any challenges come up where you're like, well, I tried it, but that didn't work because of this, let me know. Let me workshop it with you in the comments. And finally, make sure you download my Healers ebook, a free gift I have for you, so you can come onto my email list and learn the 3 big mistakes that everyone's making when healing themselves and others, plus what to do instead. And it also includes some powerful self-talk healing scripts. So wherever the link is with this, whether it's in my bio or the video, click on the link, go get it. Make sure you actually read it though, please. And you can also type in Healers ebook with this video, and if I see it, I'll be able to send you that out to your inbox. Just make sure you're following me. Okay, gorgeous. Thank you so much. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Clifford, your spiritual guide and energy alchemist.